We have gone from people placing huge orders at Chinese restaurants and not picking them up to vandalizing businesses, and now this. Yeah, I mean, this guy sucks. I don't really know what else to say. I feel like I'm gonna repeat myself here, but we are not all the same, and I think that's important to say again because things seem to be devolving. Yes, there's a lot of anti-blackness within our community, and it is hard to fight that because we Asians collectively cannot even come together as a group. So now would be a good time because I got a lot of comments about this in my last video in this space about, oh, well, what black businesses do you support? Now would be a good time to clarify that we do support you guys. The biggest example would be during BLM with Breonna Taylor and George Floyd. A lot of us did come out in support of you guys. We marched with you. We, including myself, donated to organizations like the ACLU. My point is, especially with all the discourse right now, maybe you guys don't know that there are a lot of us in support of the black community. Maybe more than you think. Social media tends to be so polarizing and the negative news always rises to the top. Also, just because I did not make a video about the Rick Chow verdict does not mean that I am anti-black. There was a lot to digest there. If the charge was Rick Chow stereotypes black people and that's why he chased after Cyrus, everything would be a lot simpler, but that's not how it was. There was a lot to think about, and I, like a human being, took my time to try and really understand everything that was going on, all the details that were there, that weren't there, and by the time that I had done that, everyone on the internet had already said everything from both sides, and I didn't feel like making a video about it. I am not a buzzword factory who turns on a camera and starts angrily shouting things like anti-blackness and proximity to whiteness every time something bad happens to a black person. Not that I'm accusing anyone of doing that, okay? Please. I am sorry for this man. I hope he gets found and tried. We are not all like that. I hope you guys understand. I hope things don't escalate much further because we need each other. Thanks for watching.
Seeing history repeat itself in the Rick Chow case is genuinely disgusting and disheartening. I think what's adding to that feeling is seeing some of the Asian American community's responses on TikTok reacting to people saying they're going to boycott Asian businesses and only deciding to speak on that point. There is so much internalized anti-blackness in the Asian community, and I'm speaking on this as someone who is half Chinese and half black, to the point where someone can literally be murdered in cold blood, and your concern is people online saying they're going to boycott Asian businesses. It's really something to consider, and it runs so deep that I don't even know what to do about it at this point.
If black folks boycotting Asian businesses is what it takes to fast-track Asian folks into deconstructing their internalized white supremacy and anti-blackness, so be it. Boycott. I didn't apologize to the black community in my video yesterday so that y'all would magically trust me or forgive Asian people suddenly. I apologized to hold my people accountable because the Asian community owes an apology, and the black community deserves to receive an apology. Is it enough? No. But is it one grain of rice in the direction of repair? I believe so. Trust can only be rebuilt through action, so I will continue educating Asian folks in my life, both online and in real life, to deconstruct the internalized white supremacy and anti-blackness, because black folks are some of the most soulful, caring people I know.
Hello everyone. Today I want to talk about something I saw online. Some people are calling for a boycott of Asian business. In my opinion, that is not fair. One person does something bad. This does not mean all people are bad. Every group has a good people and every good group has a bad people. We should judge people by their actions, not by their race. I also think also social media makes problem look bigger. Most of the time we see anger, we see fights, we see people attacking each other, but we do not always see people helping each other. Many Asian people supporting black people and many black people supporting Asian people. That happens every day, but the stories do not go viral. I also think it's okay to take time before giving an opinion. Not every story is simple. Sometimes we need to learn the fact first when we can speak. For me, the message is simple. We should not hate the whole group because one person. We should talk to each other. We should listen to each other and we should work together. That is better than anger. That is better than hate. That is my opinion.
I would like to thank the Black people who have come forth and stated how useless it is to boycott all Asian businesses just because of one incident. We are not all the same. We are not all one culture. We are not our parents' generation. We are not going to call for a boycott of all Black-owned businesses after a Black on Asian crime. At least you're not going to see me doing that. And by the way, we don't claim this guy. No, we need to be focused on other things. We need to come together because I promise you it's a bit sus that this case received all this attention and went viral seemingly overnight. Back in 2023 when the incident happened, this was not on our radars. Now in 2026, when racial tension in this country is at an all-time high, now we hear about this all of a sudden. It's being covered by every single major news outlets who are run by the ones at the very, very top. Don't get me wrong, we should talk about these things. They are important. But I think it's time to talk more about unity because things seem like they're devolving into a race war. If you're curious about my thoughts on the case, because I've been away for about 2 weeks and I'm just coming back now, I don't know what to say. It is tragic a kid lost his life. It is tragic we do not have footage of the climax of the situation. Everybody has a counterpoint to every point from both sides. I will just say, there was no need to chase that kid out of the store. It doesn't matter where you stand. You can say it looked suspicious. Maybe they were fed up at that point, whatever. My bottom line is there was no need to chase that kid 100 yards, over 100 yards in a situation where you brought a weapon with you just in case. And if you somehow were to know that Rick chased him out of racial prejudice, I promise you, not a single Asian on this planet would be surprised. Those are my thoughts. I'm happy to be back, guys. I do think these are important discussions to have, but I think also at this point, maybe we're kind of losing the plot a little bit. Let's push for more unity going forward. Thank you.
Hello everyone, today I want to talk about something has been getting a lot of attention online. There are many people are talking about race, communities and boycott, and honestly I think is very serious topic. These first things I want to say is simple. Not all people are same. Not one person did something bad. This does not mean everyone that bad group. I think most people understand that. But when emotions are high, people something forgot it. In the videos I wanted, some people said that boycotting all Asian businesses is not the answer. Others said that the trust has been damaged and people are hurting. No matter where you stand, I think one thing is clear. People are frustrated, people are angry and people are changed. But in my opinion, change does not happen enough hate. Change happens through action, change happens through conversation, and change happens when people are willing to listen. Another thing is stood out to me in how social media works. Every day we see videos that make people angry. Every day we see arguments. Every day we see attacking each other. But we do not always see the millions people how get along. We do not always see people helping each other, and because of that, social media can make the wood look worse than the reality is. I think it is important not to judge an entire community because the one person that applies to everyone. No group should be blamed for the actions of the one individuals. That is not fair and does not solving this anything. That is our point is thought my attention is in the idea is until I think the word is very important right now because many people are feel like this society is become more divided. People are picking sides, people are getting angry, and sometimes I like everyone is fighting, but where does the less us do it makes life better, do its problem solve? I do not think so. I think people need to spend more time to listening. We need more understanding, we need more respect, and we need more honestly conversation. The speaker also take about the targeted case involving two young person losing their life. No matter what side people are on, I think everyone can agree that losing a young life is heartbreaking. A family lose something they so loved. They that is always sad. That is why our this conversation should be handled carefully. People should focus on it. People should avoiding spreading hate, and people should remember that the real lives are involved. For me, the biggest lesson is simple. We should not let anger control us. We should not let social media dictate how we see entire groups of people, and we should not forget the most people want to same things. Most people want to place, most people want to respect, most people want to a better future. At the end of the day, community are stronger when they work together. Communities are stronger when they support each other, and community are stronger when they focus on solution instead to blame. I know not everyone will agree, and that is okay. Different opinions are normal, but I think we can all agree on one things. More understanding is better than more hate. More unity is better than more division, and more conversation are better than more conflict. That is my opinion. And there is one more thing I say to. I think many people are tired. I think many people are argument are they are tired to seeing people fight online every day. Every time I saw story approach, people rush to pick a side, but something we need to slow down. Sometimes we need to listen fast. Sometimes we need to asking question before we make the judgment. I also believe that the real life is different to social media. In real life, people work together, people help each other, people become friends, and people care about their families and communities. That is why I hope we see positive conversation in future. No, because not because the problem should be ignored, but because problems are easier to solve when people are work together. At the end of the day, we all share same country, we same communities, and many of same goals. We are want safely, we are want respect, and they all want to better future for the next generation. So let's focus the building trust, helping each other, and move forward together. I think that is the best path of everyone.